Hey, Grimith.
And Grimcam.
It's guns that shoot people, not stormtroopers.
Although his beard's much better than mine. You know what's really weird is he looks identical to a co-worker who sits opposite me, which really throws me off sometimes.
The server's online.
You know what literally the worst thing is? That IP is just 2 letters, meaning that looking for it in the group chat is impossible.
What?
The word IP.
You're control Fing, aren't you?
Yes. And all I find is relationship die. Oh, there we go. I found it.
So you haven't made a picture yet.
It's not really necessary.
I think I actually sent mine to you.
You might have. But I figured it's not really necessary since I'm only playing in one campaign anyways.
But why do you need to search for it then?
Because I did some... Yeah, I did some shenanigans with Eldamir.
Same thing, that's the reason I don't have a lot of IPs in my one right now. Eldamir.
So the first thing I read after finding the IP in the group chat was Goger saying, "But I do need to find a virgin somewhere." What?
I don't remember that.
I'm sure that has proper context, but I
You
don't.
look for an IP and you get Goger looking for a virgin.
Yeah.
I think that was just me and Grimith just talking shit, random shit.
I know those conversations can usually have some pretty good out-of-context quotes that seem completely legitimate when you talk about it. Although that one is particularly hard, I imagine.
Nom, 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 nom.
Why can I not?
Nom, nom, nom.
Are you guys connecting?
Yep.
I'm in.
Oh. Am I using the wrong IP or something?
Probably.
I'm getting an error.
Did your
We
image
did get
fail you?
the new one last time, I think. Right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, then my image is outdated.
I can send you
Sure.
a new one. Fuck.
You know, it's weird, isn't it? As soon as... oh, that's almost the one I'm using. The change is that the 6 in mine is an 8. That's weird. Well, unless the person I copied it from last time, I don't remember who, wrote it wrong. That would be
Sure
weird.
about that?
Well, I have a screenshot. Is the thing.
Well, that's the old one, right?
But haven't you
Maybe.
used that screenshot before?
I'm hearing a fantastically tiny violin.
As soon as we do things good, Dwarf just sends us away from the city.
Good! I read that description. Be fair,
Finally managed to do something useful. Like get
And
the
now we suddenly had that good feeling that we were making a difference. Now go to the damn city of fucking dragons. We're going there anyway. But,
Great, thanks. Now go kill a dragon. What?
well, I mean, that's not really him saying it. It's more. What exactly did he say about us going to Drakkenhall?
He said that it would be very excellent to gain allies and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what he said. And then we would go back. Well, we'd talk to the druid and try to ally with him, and then maybe Creel on our way home.
Yep.
Destroy those chaos
Be good.
beasts.
Home, like Newport counts as home now.
Yeah, that's true.
Base them.
I carry my home in my pocket.
Except you haven't got.
You've been carrying your home with you for like the past fucking like 8-9
I have commitment
sessions now.
issues, okay?
It's only been the third of the
I
fucking
can't just
campaign.
think if I'd put it down, then it would still be there, and we'd have to wait until we level for you to pick it up again. That'd be the worst.
What is it that has just been put in the group chat? I can't look because God forbid someone have fucking put the IP and then it gets
An IP
captured on the
address.
recording.
It's
Fucking
like-
people are useless.
It might just be the IP, yes.
It is.
It's not like I've ever insisted at any point to like put it in individual IMs. You know what?
We should just put like IPs to
And
other
it's
things
gone.
in there. So that if
Let's roll up.
people were to connect to it, they would just get some really seedy shit.
What, just like an orgy of chaos demons?
39
Something like that,
unread
I don't know.
messages.
All different IPs. Take your shot. One is the right one.
Good work,
Do you
Dark.
feel lucky,
You could
Park?
ruin things, or you could just inflict horrible things upon your computer.
The sheet will host every single one of them.
It's fine. When the people see this, we'll have a new IP anyway.
Alright. Well, let's see here. Who did the recap last time? It was Sheep, wasn't it?
Let's see here.
It was Sheep.
We began last time by the first thing we did was that going to that the wedding pre-wedding reception.
No, that's not the first thing you did last session, Manaki.
Okay, then I
We
should.
started last time in the basement already.
Oh yeah.
Good job, Manaki. Well,
I'll stop trying.
well, Dark, you continue then.
Okay, so last time we started. It was. I'm trying to think exactly what we had done at the down there when we started. We finished our first. I think it was after our first combat down there with the assassin showing up. Then we went back into the main area of the prison, had a look around. Looked at various things. Tried getting her out of the prison. I believe we heard another voice calling out, which ended up being Blue Eyes, if I remember. And then we went out, had another combat, confronting Blue Eyes and getting him shocked with lightning bolt, and then chasing them up the stairwell, where they eventually led round to a ladder at the top of which there was a small animal. I can't remember what animal it was, which was actually the druid.
It was a badger. It's very important.
Badger. Okay, the badger. Who had set the building upstairs on fire with fire elementals. Meaning we were able to succeed at combat without them escaping. On the other hand, our escape was now on fire. So we searched around. We did not fry any of the prisoners, luckily. Though we got close with the whole the steam vent or magma vent or whatever it was, the heat vent lever we pulled afterwards back as the first one. And eventually we found a secret passageway out into the sewers to leave once we had freed everyone and combat was over. I'm trying to consider where we actually went when we left, though. Did we just go back to the Arcane College? No?
Went to the guards first.
Ah, yes, we went to the guards. And we got ambushed, if I remember, on the way by more assassins. That was the thing. And, of course, our assassin, our clearly friendly assassin we have with us, killed one of our prisoners.
Probably deserved it, to be honest.
God damn it, sheep.
Brown.
You're
Yeah,
clearly
he
the
deserved
enemy.
it after being tortured by the Black Fang in the basement. How dare you?
She was clearly our
Such
enemy, everyone.
insult.
Then we ran across guards, of which we got them to take away most of the prisoners, bar one, Goger's character's sister. Then we went back to the Arcane College.
Yeah.
And then we went up to Lord Traptis' office, if I remember. And we spoke to Lord Traptis about this, and finally gave him something which was not just conspiracy theories, though he might have thought they were. And oh yeah, there was also something our characters forgot about in character, the Intellect Devourer, which then we got reminded of by Lord Raptus. That was a thing, an Intellect Devourer. It's somewhere unloose somewhere in the city. Could be one of us. Probably not.
Where?
What? No. I would never. I would never take such a deal without making sure that there was no sort of backlash.
Oh yeah, sure, of course.
Right,
Of course
kill
you would.
Manaki. Kill Manaki. This is decided.
I would never take such a deal unless, of course,
Oh god. Yeah, I'm sure nothing bad will come of this. Oh. What could be
Anyway,
the worst thing
we-
that happens?
anyway, we had a brief shop with some NPCs like the Death Speaker, and we got on a boat, and we were in Drakkenhall.
Oh, something that you kids failed to inform me about was what you wanted to buy from yonder shop before you left Newport for the big city of Drakkenhall.
Well,
That's a
let me
good
tell
point.
you, last time we went to Drakkenhall, I was very glad I didn't spend all my money before we went. So this time, I'm doing what I know is smart, and I'm keeping some money because there's probably going to be people who need bribing. If I've learned anything about that city. And someone else should not spend all of their money as well. A few healing potions, but let's not have me be paying for everything again.
Let me remind you kids what the shopping list looks like, and you certainly would have had the opportunity to buy things from the Arcane College before you set out on your way. Seeing as how
Yes.
no one informed me of the purchases they wanted to make, during the week we had, might as well do it now, just in case you guys know.
Well,
I didn't know how much money I had.
I planned to buy 2 champion tier healing potions.
What do you mean you didn't know? Dark fucking divided up everything at the end of last session.
Yeah, I
did it
know,
all.
but I have it written down on my token, so it's a very intelligent thing to do. I know.
Okay, well, yes. I do see it written on the token.
2 champion tier healing potions. I'd like.
By the way, Goger, you got 2 holy elemental oils from the paladins.
Oh, all right then.
No, I guess I'll buy 2 adventurer tier healing potions.
Okay.
Cheapskate. And I might need to force feed them to Dark when he's like on 0 hit points.
They have a hit point cap of 30,
Yeah,
meaning...
they do. It's just to get people up from not being super dead.
Okay.
Super dead. Avoid it.
And then let's see, is there anything else on here?
I'm gonna buy a champion tier oil anyway for 200,
Okay.
and champion tier healing potion.
Alright.
I think I'll buy those same things.
Copycat.
But that leaves me with very little money.
Remember
I'm
the
also gonna
last
buy-
time we went to a Drakkenhall and Sheep had like 2 gold pieces? Those were good.
Mm,
Yeah.
I'll give 2 gold pieces, and we all looked at him. And
What
said,
can
that's
you
all I
contribute to
have.
buying the base? 2
And where's
gold
Thomas
pieces.
now?
Let's see.
We don't
And
talk
I'm
about
buying,
that.
I'm buying a champion.
We don't know, actually.
I was like buy champion tier oil.
2 adventure runes for
No.
300.
He really went back to Santa Cora.
We had the option, we chose not to.
Champion tier rune, maybe. Then I won't have any
You don't
money left.
have to spend all your money.
Well,
I still have over 200 gold left.
It's not like wealth has ever done anything good for us in Dragon.
I have 300 gold left. I could buy something else.
You know what would
Remember
also
back
be
when you
very
guys
good?
bought friends?
Not dying.
Do
like
that
a
again.
guy.
We're
I
gonna
still
buy
have
more
over
friends.
200 gold.
God damn it.
I didn't even consider you guys. I didn't even consider that as a possibility until just
So
now.
we need to start a gang.
They go to the
My slaves. Yeah.
We need to recruit an army to
Yeah.
frontal
Why?
assault the dragon
Brilliant.
side
You
out.
sit down Hiram Tall. Hiram Tall's like, what the fucking
The
shit?
same place. There's like this goblin camp there now. Look, it's splattered.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. How much money do you think we're gonna need? I have
no idea
370
how
left.
much money we're gonna need. How much, like, if we have it, we're probably gonna waste it on something. So if you need more healing potions, I think that's really the most legitimate use you could ever do with these money is healing potions, because we've been using a lot of those. Everyone should have a couple, I think.
Yeah, I still have some healing spells, but yeah.
But in addition
They
to
don't
that,
get-
I
they
don't
don't
have a
get-
magic weapon, so the weapon oils are really effective.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah. They are.
I'd considered that.
Aurelia rubs the oil all over her hands.
It's basically like... yeah. And tail.
My claws are suddenly sentient.
It's not weapon oil, it's claw lotion.
Take some in the mouth and like gurgle.
Claw lotion.
Is it nail varnish?
You might want to
basically?
wait
You
and
know-
buy that when we get to Drakkenhall. I'm sure they have a lot more.
Oh,
That's
God.
sort of.
You need to
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
moisten
whoa.
up your claws a bit. Yeah.
I know
Nail
this is a
and
quick
nail
action.
accessories.
God damn.
I say stay there. You don't get an attack of opportunity for this. Give me a second.
You fucking people. It's a quick action to do my nails in front of the red cups.
Oh, fucking hell.
Well, she's like it's like does that old timey like slow down where she gets an exuberantly long time to do something really
Takes a
fancy.
dragon break.
She spends it doing her nails.
Then foos!
Oh, God.
Alright. Well, that was a great interlude. So, there you were, on the boat. The boat, of course, that you confiscated from Death's Hand after you brutalized Death's Hand a number of sessions ago.
Best way to get boats.
You are joined by your abjurer, Isaac, whom Dwohurim recruited to ensure that your trip to Drakkenhall was incredibly expedient. You left in the very late night. The very latest possible night of the 7th of Readying, and you are arriving in early morning, just at dawn of the 11th of Readying. The full moon is heading on down the horizon. The sun is rising. And before we get too far into things, there was a bit of solo roleplay that I was saving for this group moment. Sort of like how I handled things 2 sessions ago. This one's gonna be for Dwohurim. This one's not going to expend his Archmage
Oh,
and
all right.
relationship dice. Yes. So before we get too into that, I suppose I should open the floor for all of you in general. You are on the boat for 3 days. That is plenty of time for you folks to interact with each other as well as roleplay, should you choose to do so. If not, then we'll proceed, but seeing as how you guys never do anything between sessions, I thought I'd try.
Alright. Geráck will sort of ask around about this dragon that we're going to. Where does it live? What does it look like? How is the layout of the place? Sort of questions like that.
Well, I suppose we don't really know too much of the layout. We know the way into like the banquet hall through the front door. I mean, I doubt that's the way we're going to be taking though.
Right.
The dragon is quite big.
She is a practitioner of necromancy.
Yeah.
She
Has she has a half elven, very fancy husband. They like to have these
What?
great, yeah, and they like to have these great parties where everyone goes. We were invited to one. That's how we know it.
I see.
He really didn't like druids, and well, as it turns out, she kidnapped one of their lovers and.
Yeah, I know that part.
Yeah. So, a necromantic green dragon.
So you went to her.
Imagine what I would do if I was also a green dragon and a lich. I guess that's what we're up against.
She's a lich as well.
No, but, dragons, necromancy, that sort of thing. She certainly has access to incredibly powerful magic, I can tell you that much. Like, high associate of the Archmage level, much beyond me. Even now.
Might get some use out of my holy oils then.
What?
Holy oils that I got when we were in...
oils, yeah.
Yes.
Not orcs.
The holy orcs.
Sounds like a dwarven thing. We probably have holy orcs.
Yeah, I have a couple of holy orcs in my backpack here.
It's Blacktail.
Yeah, they're pretty quiet.
God damn.
Oh god damn.
Honest mistake. But beyond that, we actually don't know too much. Hopefully, the druid will have something to tell us when we actually get there. Do any of you remember his name? I think I might have it somewhere here. No, I probably don't, actually.
Well,
I mean,
August does,
metagame,
but-
yes.
Okay, what is it metagame? I'm asking metagame.
It was
I haven't-
Therral the Everliving.
yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. That just always sounds to me like an undead thing.
No, none of you. The only individual who personally met with Therral was Fargus. All like you others, of course, not Geráck or Aurelia, like got to see him like at a distance outside the copse whenever you walk there with Fargus. But Fargus is the only one who's actually spoken with him.
Yeah. We're probably going to go and talk to him at the Grove, or... I mean, the Grove might be watched, but what can we do, really? I mean... You know?
It would also quite a far distance away, but I mean, it would be good to talk to him before we just storm the place.
Oh, definitely. He probably has done something in the hopes that he could do something to get her back in some way if we didn't show up in time.
Yeah, he might be able to give us some assistance in some fashion.
Help us, help you.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, that's basically what Geráck will be doing. Of import, at least.
Dwohurim has much more time than he usually has sailing. He usually spends a lot of time taking care of the pony. But he can discuss with his abjurer about stuff if he's not too busy doing abjurations.
He is busy maintaining the sort of the shield around the vessel, which keeps it propelling through the Midland Sea.
So far, Dwohurim will buck him a few times until he's like, you know, it's clear that the guy doesn't want to talk, and then he'll stop and just, well...
Isaac is not that much of a conversationalist. He doesn't even get a token.
Mm-hmm.
That means he's a red shirt.
That's a pretty high-level red shirt we have.
Well, the sailors will ask the entire group. It is very early morning. As I said, dawn has just come. The sun is slowly rising. Drakkenhall has been sighted off in the distance. As a reminder, it is early spring, incredibly cold outside. It is, however, a crisp, clear day. Very few clouds in the sky here. You have not been bothered or troubled by storms, or Sahagwin, or anything of the nature. There were, of course, 2 ships that attempted to follow you after you departed from Newport. But courtesy of Isaac the Abjurer, you blew out of there with lightning-quick speed, and they could not hope to keep up. Conditions have been very calm and perfect, which has been some surprise to the sailors, considering the stories. Looking out at Drakkenhall, you can see that snow still reigns within the large city, and there are hunks of ice added to all of the abandoned and broken ships that lurk out in the harbors, which would lead to a query from one of the sailors, rather the captain, about where you want to steer and park this damn thing. Your primary harbor area is over in the east, like to the right of Salt side. But, I mean, it's Drakkenhall, city of monsters. You could try docking this thing just about anywhere that looks reasonably safe, and even places that don't look reasonably safe.
I mean, we know of a dock that But then again, I mean, we want to have a place where we're not immediately going to be found. I was thinking of the dock where we killed sort of Kellerel, but thinking about that, that probably is
right
not a
here?
great place because, well, it was used by the Black Fang.
Yeah.
Also, it's going to be so far away from where we actually want to be.
Yeah,
Is there
it's-
like docks down by that Silver Dragon Tower? That'd be great. Just sail over there.
That
We've
is
never
not a
really been
place.
that area.
That is not a place where you dock. Not for ships coming in. You do still have to deal with customs in the form of imperious agents, which means
guess-
you do have to, unless you want to violate the law, dock in,
I mean, we're gonna get spotted anyway. Whatever.
Right,
we
I was just thinking that I mean, there's no reason to. I guess we could like have our faces on a sail or something, but
Is there like a lifeboat on the vessel, or is it too small for that?
There's a little rowboat.
yeah, we could take that and then sail too.
Yeah, so we could park out in the bay somewhere. I'm sure that's safe.
Well, I was thinking we could have one like we could set that out here and then like sail like this way, while they say and dock here and actually have like an actual customs thing. Because they'll
Yeah.
probably be watching for the ship at this point, and then they'll be.
Sure, we do
Oh,
that.
they're not on there.
Isaac
Just a
will
ro-
snort and say, "Yes, watching for the ship that has flown across the Midland Sea, quicker than any other vessel is able to travel by. Of course they are."
Sure,
There's a
Isaac. Let's
rowboat.
just sit there at the normal thing. Let's not do a special then.
They
The
might have
robot-
gotten word here by magical means.
And a
I doubt
rowboat wouldn't be exactly inconspicuous either, would it?
No, we should just go along.
Not with us in it, no.
Let's just be normal about it. In the number of days it would take them to sail here, we probably have steered up enough of a ruckus for people to know we're here anyway.
Probably.
This whole stealthy thing never really worked for us. Who knows? We might ask Tempus to go up and talk to the Blue personally at this point. Be the first time.
He wouldn't be able to make it that far.
Yeah, we should probably just go for the normal, inconspicuous harboring.
The main dock.
Yeah.
Alright, then, as land slowly approaches, as the vessel makes very good time to the city, Dwohurim, rumbling from within your mind, you will hear a sonorous voice. "Dwohurim Harsca, inheritor of our legacy. We are curious." And a warm feeling radiates from the azure orb you carry.
He'll sort of try to think, answer them. Does he think he can like answer with thoughts, or will
Yes.
he have to?
It is your chakra connected
Yeah.
with you.
good.
It is talking in your
Yes,
head.
What seems to be the question?
Is it not true that you have had a hostile past with druids?
That is true, yes. Quite so.
Is it not true that this green dragon is the one who assisted you in awakening us?
That is also true, yes.
Why are you interested then in aiding the druid?
Because I think I might have been wrong in my first assessment that all druids support the same ideas. I understood it as that the High Druids organization was as the Archmages, that you had direct superiors who you would answer to, and you would do what they told you to do, most of the time anyway. It might not be so. I encountered a druid, Farkas, who did not act as the other druids did. He was an associate of this druid, and I'm hoping that through this druid I can find more druids like Farkas. I do not like druids as a whole. I dislike certain individuals, but perhaps I do not have to dislike the whole concept.
It is a curious stance we think you have taken, given the ages-long animosity between the Empire and the Druids.
That is true, I suppose. But in a time such as this, in desperate times, well, make for strange bedfellows. The Archmage and the High Druid might have common enemies that they need to deal with, even if some of these are within the very organizations they serve. First and foremost, I believe that there are good people on both sides, and that means that there's a chance that it might not come to direct battle.
The orb hums. We accept your analysis. You are worthy of inheriting our legacy. We do still, however, advise that you at least attempt a diplomatic pursuit with the dragon. She has been of great assistance to you before, and you share common ground. Perhaps you can find a means which does not involve you losing this legacy.
I will take that into consideration and do my best as always.
The orb will fall silent in Dwohurim's mind.
Interesting. We.
That's the front of the vessel. I will not use nautical terms because we're all landlubbers here. Deaf Speaker is keeping watch, and he'll actually call out specifically at Isaac. Well, looks like the kobolds are certainly out in force. Looks like they're combing through a number of vessels and impressing people into constabulary duty, or whatever it is. Must be an uprising or fighting of some sort. Take a look. And sure enough, over there on the shore, which is several hundred feet away still, is a mob of 2-3 dozen, 20 to 30 kobolds, all armored, although you folks could probably take them just fine, and they are combing through vessels, and they certainly do appear to be picking through people and impressing them into service.
Should we
They're
find a
impressive.
different
They're
dock?
Just drafting people like, you're in the army. Just give them a helmet.
And the speaker will look back and say, it is a practice that is done quite often in Drakkenhall. Kobolds and other military units of the Blue will sift through the docks, and it is her power and right as Imperial Governor to ensure the safety of Drakkenhall, and she will temporarily end up recruiting adventurers into her service.
We have no real interest in that sort of thing.
Might
It
want
would
to
be
go
an
someplace
interesting
else.
way of us getting into things. It could be
Well,
a way
I mean,
to get a step.
we'd be at the
built.
bottom of the beating line, basically. And we'd have to be,
Very.
like, registered. So I'm not super into that.
But it would be a way for us to get in, get knowledge, and start building up and get a lot of contacts.
So what do you think would happen when the agents of the Blue hear that the Tempus Malleator has joined as a constabulary? What do you think his first mission will be? Do you think it'll be like to deal with the uprising, or maybe to go to the like headquarter and then be grabbed or killed, or?
I don't know. I think it's more a case of they might utilize his skills rather than just immediately throw him in the jail cells.
Use your skills and then eliminate you.
What does what does Aurelia think we should do here? Join with the Blues forces? She wouldn't backstab us, certainly, right?
The quicker we get this over with, the better, and the less documents we have to fill out or official duties we get pressed on, the better.
Yeah, I mean, we could vaporize all the kobolds, but that,
We should not draw that attention on ourselves
Did that speaker
right
will
away.
say, if you want to kill all the kobolds, we might as well turn around and head back to Newport.
Yeah, so we should probably just find another dock, yeah?
Yeah.
What does the Death Speaker think? Does he want to be put in this kind of...
The Death Speaker shrugs and says, I don't. They'll try to recruit all of us, given how much stronger we'll look compared to them. I can't say for sure, but if they're out here on this dock, they might be out on others too, and it might attract attention if the ship were to suddenly steer away and try to find another pier without kobolds.
I guess we could just tell them no.
It might actually be good to land.
I
close
don't
to
think
the
it
back.
works that way.
I mean, what are they? I mean, something.
What are they going to do? We don't want to find out.
The speaker says, well, he looks around. You could leave the ship before we get there to port. I can speak with them.
That's true. Trib looks out over the side of the boat.
I mean, there are hunks of ice, and of course there are abandoned boats that have been rotting there for decades, if not a century, where they hold shady meetings at, and there might be God knows what in the waters that might have seeped in from the Iron Sea.
Yeah.
The water is brackish and certainly very cold, but you could dive in it.
Or we could use the rowboat, right? I mean,
Yeah.
You'd use the rowboat.
don't really want to.
I would rather go to another dock,
Not
though.
really
If
into
you can.
all swimming, short legs, and beer gets really heavy.
I can't really swim in this.
Yeah, let's use the rowboat. If anyone wants to swim, they're more than free.
They might still find us, though, if we go.
If anyone asks, we're already working for the Blue.
We are working as naval inspection officers.
We're the Black Fang. Although I don't know what the Black Fang would say if they were asked by kobolds to enter. Regardless, let's get the robot. Let's have the Death Speaker handle this. He's enough of a badass to not be.
Row,
The speaker says, I will probably end up impressed in the service for a time.
I mean, you could come with us.
The speaker looks around and says, no, I'm pretty sure someone needs to be able to talk to him.
Can't we just go to another dock?
But they're probably there as well.
There might be, we don't know
As I said,
that.
they'll probably notice a ship sailing away from this dock.
As you're all debating about whether to go to another dock, it looks like a few skiffs piloted by kobolds are, coming in from either end of the harbor, perhaps to catch individuals who decide they want to turn around now that they've committed.
Ah, you bastard.
We're locked in!
I have to ask how many kobolds there were in this city, but
Charge the crossbows!
probably more than we can count to.
So in the rowboat then, or...
Abjura, sailing ritual. We'll outspeed them.
It's just like,
Isaac says, we've probably attracted a great deal of attention being able to move this fast through the water. Which, when you look at the shore, it looks like a number of kobolds have swiveled their heads to look at
I
the
mean,
vastly
could we just
approaching boat.
accept this duty and then leave them behind or something? I mean, how strongly are they actually going to hunt for us through the streets? Does anyone know how things work here, Aurelia? I assume you've...
I have been to Drakkenhall, however, that has been
Extended
many
stay.
years. What I can tell you is that getting noticed so quickly is already a very bad sign.
And the speaker says, I have lived here for a number of years. It's not the first time I've done service for the police force here. Shrugs. It can take a variable amount of time. Could be hours, could be days. They don't keep you too long, though.
Do they keep watch on you? Can you just sort of walk away?
They do keep watch on you, yes.
Oh, well, we don't have time for that. Let's grab the rowboat then. Go.
Are we
And
really,
not
really,
get
really in that
spotted
much of a
how?
rush?
See, Isaac is coming with you. He says, there's no way in fucking hell I'm staying there. I got shit to do for the Archmage.
Yeah. If Isaac's coming, we should go.
So only the deaf speaker staying in the...
And of course, all the sailors that Lord Teraptus send with you guys.
Well,
They're
that's
all complete
I
opposites.
hope you can keep them safe.
But just to make sure, it is day,
Yes, it is dark.
currently, yes. And a rowboat isn't exactly the most inconspicuous thing.
But the
And
water's
there's already people trying to
full of-
potentially intercept us.
It's full of ice and broken ships and whatnot.
Yes.
What they really want is to get there to the sailors, I imagine, because there's a lot of them. I don't, like... If we want to dive into that, I'm sure they're okay with it, because they know what lives there. We don't. Which is why we're willing to do this. Let's get in that M robot.
Alright, you launch the emergency escape rowboat off of the small ship. Good thing Death's Hand thought ahead for you guys there, otherwise that'd be awkward. No, they don't have any secret exits, they don't have any fucking rowboats. What the hell is this shit? Okay. So, going to ask, perhaps we can make this a group team effort here. How is the party of player characters going to get their small rowboat from, say, let's find a place we zoom in here, like yonder to like yonder?
I mean...
Geráck will actually row the boat.
Yeah, I was about to say.
The strongest characters could row the boat. It could be the one that's got the really good eyes, keeps an eye out, and tries to keep spot where the icebergs are. So we could easily, the icebergs here, the kobolds are coming. We basically never pass it.
I want all of you to contribute at least one skill check. We'll have this be a 13th age skill challenge of sorts.
When we inevitably fail and hit something, I can repair it.
I mean, this reminds me of the last time I gave you folks this option when there was a
I'll
mob
shovel
of
out
angry
water.
people.
I'll shovel out
that went
water.
so well.
You attempt to calm them down. Those were good times.
My first instinct is just like, I have fire spells, there is icebergs.
You guys are
That's
so
probably
fucking
not being
amazing.
inconspicuous.
No.
So we just
Hurrah! Like
throwing
flame
fire at the
rats
icebergs.
everywhere.